First, I'd like to say that I don't own any of the art in this video, and they belong to their respective owners. I'm going to try to spearhead a huge topic that I think is key and crucial for everyone's life, not only in an intrapersonal as in yourself, but interpersonal as in with other human beings. In this video, we're going to approach forgiveness and why it's important for you to forgive. And not just forgiving others, but forgiving yourself. Now, when it comes to forgiveness or when it comes to not forgiving, the key, the reason why I admonish or caution you towards forgiveness is the fact that your mind, your body's alive, obviously, right? It's alive. But there's so many aspects to you that just control energy and save energy in parts of your body. And over time, that's what it just keeps on growing and growing. It's hard to explain, but it really takes a toll on you emotionally, physically, and mentally to hold a grudge. I've never I've never sincerely understood grudges or why people hold them. Because I thought if I were to hold a grudge with somebody and they were to die the next day, which is something you hear a lot, or a plot device for a family sitcom, the symbol or key or device that had influence over how you invest that kept up emotion or that emotion that you just store is gone. And it makes it that much more difficult to manifest this energy in another shape or reinterpret it. It feels like once that person's gone or that grudge is gone, you're not able to reconcile, and then you're just going to carry this weight or burden or this harvested animosity for the rest of your life. Now, I'm not perfect and I've been angry at people, but I just, there's no reason why to hold a grudge. If you think about it, it's because you're holding a grudge because this person is keeping an emotion from you or some type of validity or affirmation that you want. You want them to say they're wrong, so they prove a point. So they prove a point in your mind, and you could have this emotion. So think about it. Think about the worst grudge you've ever had, or just the worst wrong someone has ever done, or transgression has posted against you. And think about what you want as far as redemption or forgiveness, or you want them to, how you want them to hash it out. And sometimes, wait, is this really sincere? And is this something I'd sincerely want to do in public? Like, think about how you want this person to ask for forgiveness. Is that the best way? Because some people can be pretty extravagant and going too far just for something that may you may be making the bigger deal of something that isn't really that big at all. Now, there are some pretty complicated underlines when it comes to transgressions and miscommunications and people just doing each other wrong. But think about it. Is it really worth to continually contemplate and hold all this energy and invest all this energy? Because I'm sure a lot of it is fear, a lot of it is doubt, a lot of it is anger, remorse. It's just so much. And the more you have these unhealthy emotions, the more it takes a toll on your health. You no longer look forward to the things that you look forward to anymore. And what if the person that has done you wrong, they're even more scared and more remorseful and in more anger than you are, and they're trying to find it out, but they have no idea where to go because they have set in your mind that you're the champion, you're the one that has this sorted out, but they just can't come to terms with it, and they can't find a way to reconcile. Now, it's hard to believe that you could forgive someone, and sometimes it's a struggle, but also I think it's easier just to implore you to just let go and just act upon as if it never happened or if you guys have already reconciled, because people can pick up on your vibes and your emotions and how you hold yourself, and maybe in their mind they're like, you know what, maybe it has reconciled. Now, there is such thing as asking for forgiveness because there's part of you that's still reserved towards holding that grudge or holding that energy. I'm going to add some more points, but beyond this point, if you can't really find it in your heart, it's because you don't want to and you don't see the value of it. And I understand. I'm not going to justify it, but it's going to eat more at your soul than it's going to eat at the other person. Now, in another video, we're going to dive deeper into emotions and emotional investment. But for now, I want you to learn how to forgive yourself so we can move forward in your life, as well as forgiving others. So the few questions you need to ask yourself is, am I where I want to be? Do I have the relationships or lifestyle that I want to pursue? Who is ultimately in charge of my actions? And who is it up to accomplish my goals? Now, right now, you either believe that you've been just performing all these random actions or going through the motions, or that you actually have an influence or a hand in what goes on in your life, and that you've helped or you have steered yourself into this direction up to this point. And the reason this is important because on one hand, you are responsible for your life and everything has happened because of your hand in it. And therefore you can dictate and you could point yourself towards a better direction in life. And if you don't believe that and you don't take responsibility, then everything is chance and everything is a mystery and nothing will ever go how you see fit because it's all up to that probability. We're afraid of confessing that because we're afraid of being wrong and acknowledging that maybe we don't know what we're doing or if anything we've done is right. And actually that's the perfectly okay place to start. That's actually an ideal place to start because now you have a point of reference, now you have a center, and now you have something to grow from. And even if you confess you're wrong and that you need help or you need someone to help you through the situation or teach you, any person that condemns you is just a jerk. They've never been in that position, or maybe they're just as afraid to confess and acknowledge that they're at a center. They're in the center of the middle of nowhere, and that's, like I said, that's your start. That's where you're coming from. And that center, once you've reached that center, all the more complicated emotions and all the confusion will subside. It's okay that you failed at tap dancing or your music career or your degree as a dancer. It's all right. Nobody's perfect. We all fail. You are probably very quick to hold it against others because you hold it against yourself heavily. And that's the problem. Your worst enemy isn't your brother or your sister or the person across from you, but it's actually yourself. Now, I know some of that's heresy because you got Lucifer, who is known as the intellect, and superego, all that good stuff. But for the most part, Satan wants you to have these trances or these hypnotic axioms that you hold as high value, because we're all afraid of not being loved, and the only reason we're afraid of not being loved is because we don't think we're significant enough. But truth is, true love is unconditional in the sense that it's given. It's not like you have to, and we can talk about Christ's love in another video, but love is unconditional for the most part. You gotta learn to love yourself, and you gotta learn that what if you didn't have anything to offer the world? Would you still be valuable and would you still be worthy enough to love? And the answer is always yes. You gotta let go of those presuppositions, man. Your mind has fallen in love with the anchor to the past, and that's why you can't move forward. Let go. There's gonna be better opportunities and better chances if you set your sights on the future. Don't be like Lot's wife, focusing on what you knew and not what you could know. Well, that's it for this video. As always, if you guys could please like, subscribe, or comment, and just support my channel, I appreciate it all. Thanks, guys. Ciao. It's alright. You're good. No, you're fine. I got you in this.